Doesn't get much better than this. Afternoon baseball from Wrigley Field in Chicago. Today, the third and final game in this three-game series. John Lackey gets the starting nod for the Cubs in this one. EK, what's the word on him?
Well, guys, he's still pitching effectively, even after all of these years. He's one of those guys that physically he doesn't still have the same attributes he did as a younger player. But what he's done, he's made up for it mentally. The way he approaches hitters, the way he goes after them. Still one of the better guys in all of the game.
And he lays off for a ball, 2-1. All in all, a great afternoon for baseball. 73 degrees here at first pitch. To 2-2 now. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. And he's getting his money's worth up there now. It's full 3-2.
These long at-bats give you a good sense of what a guy's featuring here in the first inning.
And that's in there, a base hit. So the leadoff man is on here to get this one underway. George Springer will stand in now following that 7-pitch at-bat to begin the ballgame.
If he was smart, he would have gotten a pretty good look at all 7 of those pitches from that on-deck circle.
And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
This is a guy whose numbers are on the rise, and this is a big reason why. 2 close pitches, 2 good takes, and now he's in a great hitter's count, 2-0.
And that's through for a hit.
Batting third,
Edwin Encarnacion will stand in, and he wasn't much of a factor yesterday as he took an 0 for 4 in the loss. Orlando on the move. He makes the catch, and the runner from second will tag and head for third. And he'll move up to third now. Runners at the corners here with 1 away. Time now for a glance at the Phillies batting order in this one. Steve, how do they bounce back and avoid the dreaded sweep?
Well, they're facing a guy today that throws a lot of strikes, so you're going to have to be aggressive early in the count, but get the ball up in the zone. Shorten up a little bit, put the ball in play.
Breaking ball snaps in there for a called strike 2.
Oh, and I like that he went right back to that curveball there after the check swing.
Yeah, you almost got him once. Try it again and see if he can hold off twice.
He got him, and it'll probably take a base hit now to get that runner across from third. And with that, let's take a look at the Cubs' alignment on defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, guys, they've committed more errors than any team in the majors. They just don't look confident when the ball's hit to them. In fact, I'd say I call them sloppy. You're going to have to do a better job.
And a very low strike there. Trying to speed up the game, perhaps. It's 2-1.
That's a great call there on 2-0. The whole world's thinking fastball, but they dropped the hammer on him.
Could have been 3-1. Instead, it's 2-2. This one misses, and that'll fill the count here. 3-2 with 2 away. Smoked on the ground left side. And a base hit as the Phillies will strike first in this one. They lead it 1-0. Kenny Vargas will come forward now. Back in the lineup here after getting yesterday afternoon off. And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1. Goes the other way with it as this is in the air down the line in left. Williams is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. Matt Cain gets the ball in game 3 of the series. What do we need to know here, EK?
Well, guys, not a big strikeout pitcher here on the mound, so expect to see a lot of balls put in play, defense being very involved. Should be fun to watch.
But he'll hardly need to move out there in left as this is hauled in for the first out. Chipper Jones will stand in now. He homered in the ballgame yesterday afternoon.
Well, guys, one good game does not a season make. He's been hitting under 250 over his last 10 games, so hopefully he's figured something out.
Cain's ready. Here comes the first pitch. Grounded to the right. And this will get through into right, and he's aboard with a single. Ted Williams will make his way in now as you get a look at his splits there on your screen. He's set. Here it comes. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. And he falls behind 0-2. And a wasted pitch there, 1-2. Eric, these Phillies, as they begin play here today, they come in playing reasonably well of late, though they have dropped their last 2 in a row.
Yeah, and the pitching really let them down last time. Too often their guys were falling behind and having to throw fastballs on 2-0 or 3-1. That'll catch up with you after a while.
With a moment now, let's take a look at how the Phils will set up on D. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, Matty, we've got the big man behind the plate, Salvador Perez. We all know what he means to this game, how he impacts it defensively, gives you a little pop on the offensive side, but most importantly, a clubhouse leader. Can't wait to watch him in this one.
Phillips onto the grass, makes the catch, and that'll retire the... Addison Russell will get his first opportunity here, and that average is certainly not where he wants it, down in the 220s to begin the ball game. In there at the knees, strike one. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike two.
He might have thought he'd be getting another dose of that curveball because he was way behind that one.
And a good curveball gets him swinging for out number one. Stepping in, Michael Conforto. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Curveball, and that misses in the dirt for ball one. Phillies have an early 1-0 lead here in inning number 2. Outside with the cut fastball there, and it's a 2-ball count. Very patient here in these opening few innings.
And I think that's exactly what they're going to need to do. The more hitters counts that you can get yourself in, the more fastballs you're going to see. And this is a good fastball hitting team.
Now he breaks out the hook there. Good for strike two. And he struck him out as well. So the bottom of the order providing little resistance here, and there are 2 away. Brandon Phillips will stand in now, and as you take a look at the splits, his numbers compare unfavorably once he leaves the comforts of home. And here's a first pitch curveball that bounces on him there. It's ball one. A good tailing fastball for a strike, 1-1.
And he's showing some real life with that fastball. That's a great spot on a 1-0 pitch.
2 out, nobody on. Chop foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. And this is popped high in the air back behind short. Espinoza ranging into the outfield, and that's the 3rd out. A strong inning that time out of John Lackey. Yogi Berra will stand in now. 0 for 4 in that day game yesterday.
Well, kind of more of the same for him, guys. I mean, you can see that he's not sporting the strongest batting average this year.
He slaps that one away, and the count will be 0-1. High in the air into shallow left center. Calling for it, Conforto. Makes the play, 1 away.
Batting 6.
Jose Bautista will stand in, and as you can see, his home and road splits there. He's been a much better hitter away from home. In tight here with the first pitch fastball. That's 1-0. Ground ball right side. Throw over to first will take care of him, and it's a good start to the inning for Kane. There are 2 away.
Designated hitter
Miguel Cabrera will stand in now as he was reinserted back into the lineup here after taking a needed day off yesterday. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball one. 1-0. That one will get out of play, and the count evens up at 1-1. Kane into the windup. 1-1 on its way. Maybe too much break on the slider. 2-1.
When you start that pitch off the edge, most guys know well enough to lay off. You've got to start it on the edge if you want them to chase.
And that's a fair ball heading out toward the 353 sign on the ivy. Rounding first is Cabrera on his way to second now. But no, he puts on the brakes and will head back to first. Paulo Orlando set to take his first cuts with a man at first and 2 away.
Yeah, and he's going to have to find a gap to give that man on first a chance to score.
Fooled him a bit as this is hit high in the air towards right center and shallow. Springer is there, and he'll put it away to retire the side. 1 left for the Cubs. It's a great day for baseball here in Chicago as we welcome you back to Baseball on the Show from Wrigley Field. Cameron Maybin is into the box as we are all set to begin the third.
And guys, this is the guy you want leading off this inning. He's your leadoff man, so maybe he can get things started, set the table for a little bit of a rally.
Strike 2 on the curveball. 0-2.
Yeah, he came with a little bit of a different look that time. This pitch is also in their knee high, and now they've got him behind in the count, 0-2.
And they really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
Next for Philadelphia, right fielder,
George Springer is in for his second plate appearance as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. That's by him for strike 1.
Real good lateral movement on that two-seam fastball. That pitch is money for him when it's moving like that. So just keep on throwing.
1-2 now as that's in there at the knees. And this is swung on and missed. His 5th strikeout already, and there are 2 gone in the inning. Edwin Encarnacion stands in looking to put the bat on the ball for a change here with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. Swing and he pops him up over toward foul territory. Chipper is going to put this one away on the dirt. Danny Espinosa will dig in now. He's got that average up over 330 to begin the ball game.
And that is huge for him, too. This is a contract year for him, so he'd love to take those great numbers straight to the negotiating table.
Hard hit ball to second. Phillips is up with it and reined in 1 away. So the bases are empty with 1 man gone. And standing in is the on-base machine, first baseman Joey Votto. Swing and a high pop-up back onto the outfield grass now. Under it is Russell, and there are 2 away now. So now 2 gone here in the inning for Chipper Jones. Kane has his target. First pitch on the way. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Drifting toward the third base dugout. And this is going to get down. It's a foul ball. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Good pitch there as Chipper couldn't connect, and the count moves to 0-2.
2 quick outs in the inning. This hitter's job is to work the count, get on base, and give his middle-of-the-order hitters a chance in this inning.
And that's in there, so perhaps some life here with 2 men out. Ted Williams will get a shot here with 2 away and a runner at first now following the base hit.
That 2-out single seemed harmless enough, but anytime you extend the inning to allow this guy to get a shot with a runner on, you better be careful.
Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. So now they'll have 2 men in scoring position following the 2-out double.
Up next for the Cubs.
So striding in, Jackie Robinson, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
Well, you know, you hear it all the time because it's true. First pitch strikes are so important. It really changes the complexion of the at-bat for not only the pitcher but the hitter as well, especially when you've got a good hitter up there.
Hit hard to short. Gloved by Russell. On to first, and the Cubs squander what looked like a good opportunity. Salvador Perez is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
The catcher, number 13, Salvador.
Chop foul over towards the dugout.
Salvador Perez is a multiple Gold Glove winner behind the plate, including in 2015, but he can definitely do some damage with the bat as well.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now. 0-2. Hit hard to the right side. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly. And a good effort as he's able to gather it in and make the play for the first out. Adrian Beltre will stand in for the second time as he watches one miss low. It's a ball and no strikes. Chop foul at the plate, strike one. Speaking of Beltre, he's collected more hits in his career than any other player hailing from the Dominican Republic.
And he's also only the 4th player in Major League history to hit for the cycle 3 times. He really is a rare talent at the plate.
Swinging a liner toward the gap in left center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. Into the box now, Kenny Vargas, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
He has really struggled against right-handed pitching so far this year. His average against righties is pretty ugly so far.
Kevin Gossman is going to come on and make an appearance here, though I suspect even he couldn't have predicted he'd be taking over in just the 4th inning. Grounded foul toward the third base dugout. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. A late swing on the slider, and quickly it's 0-2. Now he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. Therefore, it is Votto, 2 away now. Addison Russell is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
The left fielder, number 30.
Michael Conforto gets a shot here with 2 on and 2 out here in the 4th. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike, 0-1. Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
Yeah, that's in a great spot, too. Just hard, late movement working down and in.
Has to be thinking strikeout here. And another foul ball. A pause, and the 0-2. Sent on the ground out to second. Throw on to first is in time, and the Phillies are turned away. Leading off the inning, Yogi Berra, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
Jammed him a bit there as it's fouled at the plate. Kane gets the sign. Here it is on 0-2. Lifted the other way out to left center. Maben shading to his right. He's got it 1 away.
Right fielder, number
Jose
20.
Bautista stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. Into the windup and the pitch. Line drive to center field. A screaming base hit here, his first of the night.
Boy, that hit right there is just a thing of beauty. You talk about smoking one right back at the box. There isn't too many guys in the middle of that field that can catch a ball like that.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Miguel Cabrera is in for the second time now as he looks at a ball inside, 1-0.
Well, nothing wrong with that. As much as it pains me to say, pitchers have the right to work inside.
Sneaks a fastball by him at the letters. It's 1-1.
Yeah, and I don't think I'd be in any big hurry to challenge this guy again. I'd see if I could make him go out of the zone, maybe chase a bad pitch.
Had him off stride that time, and it's 1-2. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2. Paulo Orlando is at the plate now. Flied out in his first at-bat.
Orlando.
First pitch of the at-bat. Now a swing and a miss. Took something off that one, and it's strike 1. And it's quickly 0-2. Hits are even right now at 5 aside. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Brandon Phillips heads for the box to start off the 5th in this one.
Phillies.
Good bite to the slider, and he takes strike one. Barely able to make contact. Down 0-2 now. And a half swing that time, but it's a full swing in the eyes of the umpire, and that'll be the first out of the inning. Cameron Maben will stand in now. He singled and struck out in 2 trips. And that's in there for strike one. 1 run, 5 hits, and no errors on the ledger for the Phillies to this point. That's taken. Now it's 0-2. Hit in the air out to left field. Williams sprinting after it, and he makes the catch for the second out.
The right fielder, number 4.
George Springer ready to take another shot. Went down on strikes his last time up. Starts him out with a slider for a strike. And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
Yeah, that finds a zone, but some of these pitches are getting a little too much elevation. That could come back to bite him.
Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia, but they hold a... Danny Espinosa will stand in to start things out here in the home half of the 5th. And you get the sense, Steve, that this crowd's been pretty well taken out of the ballgame to this point.
Yeah, they pretty much had to sit on their hands all afternoon. Not a lot to get excited about so far. And I think that's a credit to that man out there on the mound. He's cut right through this lineup for the first 4 innings.
And he'll look at a fastball just off the black, and it's even at 1. Hard liner toward short. And that's a base hit. 1 for 2 in his first couple of plate appearances. Back to the top of the order now. And standing in is the on-base machine, first baseman Joey Votto. Hot shot to third. Beltre has it. Phillips for 1. On to first, and Votto is retired. It's a double play.
The third baseman, number 10.
Now in the box, Chipper Jones. He'll swing it from the left side right here. First delivery to him on the way. Into the seats, 0-1. Pulls this one into the air out into right field. On the move is Springer. And that ends the inning. Nothing happening there for the Cubbies. Edwin Encarnacion will dig in. 0 for 2. He's flied out and popped out so far. Right down Broadway that time. Strike 1. Starts to go around here, but it doesn't matter. This is strike 2 anyway. Got him swinging on the split-fingered pitch, and that's out number 1. Salvador Perez will dig in for the 3rd time now. He's struck out and bounced out in his first 2 trips. Foul tip into the catcher's glove. It's strike 1. Oh, and a good tight slider there, and he's in command, 0-2.
Well, a couple of good swings back-to-back, but nothing at all to show for it.
A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2. Grounded down the third baseline. To his right, Chipper in time to first, and there are 2 away.
Third baseman, number 20.
Adrian Beltre digs in, coming off a single in his last at-bat.
Yeah, and so far that's been the only real offense in this game. Good pitching we're seeing so far.
Hit the other way out toward right field. Bautista on the run. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. Phillies leading off the inning, Ted Williams, and they'll need him to get something going here. Now some movement out in the Phillies bullpen as a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. Not too many strikeouts on the ledger for him so far, but it hasn't really mattered.
Yeah, I think ideally you'd like to see him miss a few more bats, but as long as you're keeping guys off balance and you're letting your defense help you, you don't need to strike a ton of guys out to be successful.
skied into straightaway right. There to play it is Springer, and that's out number 2. Yogi Berra will come in now with 2 away, and to this point at least, so much for having the 3, 4, 5 guys get the rally started.
Yeah, it's been an important inning for that man out there on the mound. He's held his ground, and he may get through the teeth of this lineup, still holding on to that lead.
Vargas is there, and they breeze through this half inning as this. Kenny's Vargas is set to get us started for the late innings of this one.
First baseman.
And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. Not close. It's 2-0.
Yeah, and he didn't even have to think twice about that one. And now he's got a good hitters count here, 2-0.
3-0 now. And oh, not so fast, partner. A called strike on the inside part of the plate. 3-1 now.
That's a borderline strike right there. And I think that he had one step out of the batter's box headed towards first already.
The batter, shortstop.
Now a ball lined to the left side. But this is a foul ball. 1 run, 5 hits, and no errors on the ledger for the Phillies to this point. Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2. And a swing and a miss there on a late breaking slider as he set down on strikes for the second time this afternoon. Striding into the box, Michael Conforto. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Splitter here, and it's taken for strike 1. And it looks like the Cubs will get a left-hander up and working out of the bullpen. Fastball called for strike 2. Hit hard on the ground to second. Spin throw gets him at first. The only play he had, and he made it a good one.
The batter,
Brandon Phillips will stand in now. He flew out in his first time around and then was a strikeout victim last time. He'll hold off on the slider to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. We'll see the dangerous Jose Bautista. And here is Jose Bautista now. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest.
Jose Bautista.
Chopped foul right at home plate. The windup and the 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
You know, when I see Jose Bautista at the plate with that high leg kick and plate coverage, I kind of feel sorry for the pitcher. I mean, this guy's the man up there.
And a swing and a miss, and the dangerous Bautista is set down on strikes for the first out. Miguel Cabrera steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Chopped foul right at home plate at strike 1. And he misses with it. 1-1. Hit well on the ground to first. And he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now. Paulo Orlando will stand in now with 2 away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Yeah, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
Squared that one up just a little late. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. David Ortiz will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run.
David Ortiz.
Awfully close with the slider there, but it's 1-1. Right side, defense aligned perfectly. Phillips is there, and that will conclude matters here in the 7th. David Ortiz will stay in the ballgame as he takes over in center. Cameron Maben comes to the plate, and he'll start us off in the 8th. Aroldis Chapman will come on now and try to keep this deficit from getting worse. Leading off the inning, Cameron Maben, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. Line towards center field. Ortiz is there, and he has it for the first out.
The right fielder, number 4.
Now to the plate, George Springer. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike 1.
And you can see him trying to be a little bit more patient here. He's got 2 strikeouts already, but he's got to be careful not to fall too far behind.
Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. Around first, on his way to second now. And he's not stopping. He wants 3. And he is in there at third with a 1-out triple. Edwin Encarnacion will stand in, looking to make this a 2-0 game if he can perhaps get a ball airborne. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. Slider, and he can't pull the trigger. 2 strikes. Chop foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. Fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again. Lays off that time, and it's 1-2.
I tell you, that was not an easy take.
It sure wasn't, especially when you've got to protect on an 0-2 count.
Salvador Perez will step in now in a big spot here in a game as close as this one.
And a chance at redemption, too, because he hasn't done much through his first 3 plate appearances, but he could make up for all of that with a base hit right here.
It's a 2-0 now as he hits with a runner at third and 2 away. And a good comeback fastball there. It's 2 balls and a strike. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Well, I think it's time to attack now because these guys haven't been in too many good hitters' counts. This is where you need to pounce.
3-1 is a fastball, and he can't connect. 3-2. And he missed with it there. Ball 4. It's a 2-out walk with the runner still at third. Adrian Beltre steps in for a big at-bat in this one. 2 on, 2 away here in the 8th. And he takes ball 1. And he looks at a changeup in there. 1-1. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Bat explodes as this has popped up.
Well, chalk another one up for that pitcher. He's used to breaking bats, and he'll give you a little stare down after doing something like that every once in a while.
And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. So it's no runs on a hit. No. Leading off the inning, Danny Espinoza, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. The 0-1 on its way. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Well, unfortunately, it appears he's going to be forced out of the game with what looks like a lower right arm injury. And it could be a number of issues, of course, so hopefully it's nothing too serious. Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2.
Maybe a good opportunity here to show him a changeup, give him a different look.
Chopped foul at the plate, and we'll do it again. Hit in the air to right field. Springer giving chase. 1 away.
The first baseman, number
Joey
19.
Votto will stand in, and they've done a good job keeping him off base at the top of the lineup. He's 0 for 3 thus far. From the stretch. Grounded up the first baseline. Vargas is up with it, and he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now.
The third baseman, number 10.
Chipper Jones will stand in. He flew out his last time up. First pitch coming. Here it is. Tap foul at home plate. Both teams with 6 hits so far. And this ball's heading for the seats down the right side as the count will move to 0-2 now. Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. Kicking off the top of the 9th, Kenny's Vargas, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning. Francisco Liriano come on now to start the 9th inning as he looks to keep this deficit right where it is for the bottom of the 9th. Kenny's Vargas is in to start things off here as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Liriano into his motion. 0-1 pitch on its way. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And wow, tough to lay off the fastball there, but it's 1-2. Cubs have someone working in their bullpen now as a right-hander's begun to get loose. Oh, but right to Votto at the bag. Good reactions there for out number 1. Addison Russell is at the plate as he watches ball 1.
And that's a pitch you have to lay off right there. That tight slider busting down and out of the zone. All that can do is tie you up.
1-2 as the changeup had him out in front there.
Well, I just don't think he was expecting that one, and it was the perfect time to just take a little off.
And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. And he is down on strikes again, so get your hats out. That's the 3rd strikeout of the game.
Now batting, left fielder, Michael.
Very weakly on the ground, but it gets foul. 2 out, nobody on. That's on the inside corner to put him behind here, 0-2. Struck him out, so it remains a 1-run lead as they head in for their final set of swings.
Your attention, please. Now
9th inning save situation coming up now as they'll entrust Craig Kimbrell with the baseball here as he'll try and close things out. Ted Williams will be tasked now with leading things off in their half of the 9th as they'll try to do something to prevent being shut out.
And whatever they've done for the first 8 innings hasn't yielded a whole lot so far, so quite frankly, I'm not expecting too much.
He's set. Here's the 0-1. And there's ball 1. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. Grounded back up the middle. Backhanded. Throw will not be in time, so good hustle there as now the possible tying run is aboard to lead things off here. Jackie Robinson will stand in, and they've been able to hold him in check so far. 0 for 3 to this point.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising that he's been a non-factor in this one. Usually a major force in their offense.
Maben moving in. 1 down. Yogi Berra comes to the plate now with the tying run at first, so he'll be looking to drive a ball into the gap here. Here comes the first pitch. Knuckle curve breaks outside for ball 1. The win would go to Matt Cain should the score hold up here. That evens it up 1-1. And they'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. And that misses 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. And he lays off a pitch off the plate and high. 3-2.
Now the question, do you send the guy on 3-2 with one out? You figure you're going to get something around the plate.
He's set. Here's the 3-2. On the ground up the middle. Flip of his glove for one. Back to first. It's a double play right when he needed it, and this ball game is over.
Well, these guys fought hard right to the end. They got the tying run on base here in the ninth, but they couldn't get any further than that